Paper sculpture is all about experimenting and trying different ways to fold, cut, bend, roll, and attach pieces of paper together to build on top of each other. Think of your paper pieces as building blocks for creating your 3D work of art. A 3D work of art is called a sculpture. The first technique I'm going to show you is called the arch and bridge technique. To make an arch and a bridge, we need to fold some tabs at the ends of our piece of paper and then put some glue on the bottom part, the part that we want to attach. Anytime you press and hold to attach your pieces to your base or onto other pieces, it's a really good idea to press and hold for at least 10 seconds. You also really want to make sure you really load up that glue on the bottom of your tabs. So here I'm going to make a bridge. The first one that I made was an arch. Now I'm going to make a bridge by folding a couple extra times. The next one I'm going to show you how to create is called the fan fold. It's also known as a zigzag. To make a fan fold or a zigzag, we're going to fold back and forth. Each time we fold a little tab, we flip over, fold and flip until you open it up and it kind of reminds you of an accordion or like a zigzag line. The next one is going to be exactly the same, except it's going to be thicker and bigger. And this is called a fan fold because you can sometimes make fans out of this kind of a fold, but it reminds me mostly of stairs. There we go, fan fold and zigzag. The next technique I'm going to show you is how to create a cone shape. I'm going to cut a little square here and then cut a circle shape out of that square. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. And then you're going to cut towards the center of your circle and then cut a little piece out like a piece of pie. And then wrap it around itself and glue to attach both sides to each other. And there we will have a cone shape. Don't forget to count to 10 seconds every time you attach your pieces and use the glue. The next technique I'm going to show you how to create is called a rectangular prism. And we want to start with a rectangle piece of paper to create our rectangular prism. First, begin by folding a small little tab, and then we need to fold this 3 more times. So I'm going to fold in half, don't forget to tuck in that tab, and then fold in half again, and then when you open it up, you will have 4 sides. And all you need to do is reverse the fold of the side that you want to attach to the tab, just like that. Put some glue on that tab, you really need some extra glue on that tab, and then attach and press and hold for 10 seconds. And there we have a rectangular prism. All right, next up, triangular prism. Starts the exact same way as the rectangular prism, starting with a tab, but instead of folding 3 times, we're only going to fold twice. Put some glue on that little side tab, fold back up, press together, count to 10, The next technique I want to show you is probably one of my favorites. We'll need a pencil as a tool to help us out with this one. This is the curl. So we're going to wrap the piece of paper around the pencil, slide it off, and then when you slide it off and gently pull slightly and let it bounce back, you'll get a really nice curl. You can also do a double-sided curl by just rolling halfway up, sliding it off, and then putting the pencil on the opposite side and curling. You could curl towards the curl or in the opposite direction of the curl to get an S curve. So here's a double curl. Now what I'm going to do is wrap it around the opposite direction to create an S curl. There we go. 3 different ways to make 3 different curls. Next up is the spiral technique. So the spiral you can do with a circle shape or a square shape. I'm going to start with a square shape. And to make a spiral, you're just going to cut around the edges of your square piece of paper, but you're not going off the edge. Every time you get to the end, you just keep turning and turning and turning until you run out of paper. And there you have a nice spiral. The last technique I want to show you is called cutting tabs. And this is going to help your pieces stand upright if you'd like them to stand upright. So what I'm doing here with my rectangular prism is cutting at the corners and then folding backwards to create some tabs. And this is going to allow me to attach it to my base so that it stands upright. And you can do this tabs technique with a lot of different shapes: rectangular prism, triangular prism. You can even do this tabs technique with a cylinder. The possibilities are pretty much endless.